Hello folks, we are here in downtown Riverside. I have my weekend $10 day pass. So you know what that means, it's adventure time in LA. So come along for the adventure, it's gonna be a good one. In this episode, we are going to Los Angeles to visit Watts Towers, a National Historic Monument that towers over 100 feet. And then we're gonna take you over to South Central LA to have yet again one of the best sandwiches in Los Angeles. Arrived here at Union Station. Everybody getting off the train from Riverside. And we're gonna go down and take the metro, and we'll go to Metro Line A and get out to Watts Towers is where we're headed now. Taking the train and public transport system when I'm here in Los Angeles because the traffic in Los Angeles was really bad, and it's always hard to find a parking spot in LA. So if you take the trains or the metro, you don't have to worry about that. It's just $10 for the all-day pass. In the A line out to Long Beach now. This is the above ground train.
What?
Yeah, it's the above ground metro.
I did not know we were going to go to Long Beach.
We're just going that distance. We're going out to Long Beach, but we're not actually getting to Long Beach. But you gotta head that way. Made it to Watts Tower Station.
I love Watts.
Yep, we can see I love Watts. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There you go. Watts neighborhood of Los Angeles is like residential area of Los Angeles, known as the cheaper side of Los Angeles, but I don't think there's really cheap places in Los Angeles anymore. That doesn't really exist. Cheaper.
Cheap.
But not actually cheap. But we're gonna go explore this neighborhood. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this has obviously been a train station for a while here because that's a looks like a 19. Yeah, it looks like an old 1940s station there. Not really. Maybe there was like a park here before. We have to go over that bridge right there, over that pedestrian bridge, so that's where we're gonna walk right now. These stairs are pretty scary.
Well, they're not scary in that they're not safe, but they're definitely not clean.
They're not clean. Nobody's been on these stairs to clean them for a while. It's very urban here. Could have been a scene out of New York, I think. It's pretty crazy here. Past the bridge, and there's like a church under construction on the other side here, and I still see the towers in the distance over there. St. John's United Methodist Church, but I don't think it's a church anymore. Man, that wall over there, they're totally redoing that one. Looks like they're putting in a doggy door over there. St. John's, sorry. It says worship 10:30 here, so maybe they do. They are still church, they're just under construction. Looks like there's a community garden here, and they have like their own little mini Watts Tower over there in the community garden. Actually, the community garden looks pretty nice. We have made it to the Watts Tower Arts Center. What did it say?
Noah Purifoy Gallery.
Oh, Noah Purifoy, like the guy in the desert.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So it's the Watts Tower and Noah Purifoy Gallery. Noah Purifoy has a desert museum that we've gone to. You can go see that video. We have that one out. I'll put a link in here for that.
Yeah.
So they're recognizing that one. Open to the public. 10 a.m. to 3.
You can see the towers from the outside for free,
Okay.
but for $7 you can visit the
it out.
museum,
There's the
watch a
guy,
movie
looks all-
about the Watts Towers, and get an inside tour of the towers itself.
Watts Towers, and we just got out of the tour, and it was a fascinating tour. Learned about Simon Rodia, who constructed these towers from 1921 to 1954. Over 30 years constructing these towers. He was a native of Italy, and he was a tile setter by trade. And it was amazing the work that he did. He did this all by himself. He was kind of obsessive about it. Kind of an Italian theme. Looks like a boat here, and we'll look at the waves of this boat that he built here in the middle of Los Angeles. Very interesting. Yeah, just obviously one of those obsessive compulsive people.
Yes.
He was definitely. And then he said his piece in 1954. He was like, peace out, and then he went to Martinez, California, and that was it.
That was it.
He just left it, and then it got burnt. The house got burnt down. They said in 1958, around there somewhere. But this was so sturdy it stayed from the 40s. So when a fire came in the 50s, it took it right down.
By the time Simon Rodia left Watts in 1954, the town had been incorporated into the city of Los Angeles. The city of Los Angeles wanted to destroy the towers as an eyesore, but in 1959, a group of artists bought the land and turned it into a community arts center.
Over here, AJ's going to stand next to the life-size tower of Mr. Simon Rodia. You can see he was a short man. AJ's much taller than him, so this little guy right here with the bucket, he was working on this for 30 years. A lot of spunk there. So after Simon Rodia left in 1954, in the 60s, it got bought out by kind of a commune of artists. And one of those artists was Noah Purifoy, who you can see in the video that we did before. He was an artist. And what did you say, Denise, about Noah Purifoy?
So he was in that group of artists in the 1960s that kind of took over this abandoned property from the city, and he was the first director of the Arts Center here, one of the first community directors. So, I mean, clearly he was an artist. We knew that about him, but did not realize that he got started here in LA, with directing the center before he moved out to the desert. Probably needed his own space, and after directing here, I can imagine he was tired of dealing with bureaucracy.
This is just inspiring, and needed some space to build his own place out there in the desert.
And a lot of, you can see some cross between found materials art. You can definitely see how this would have inspired, how he would have been drawn to this art, and then the connection between the art out on the desert.
Garden, which we found out is totally part of the Arts Center. It's a very nice garden. Unfortunately, not open today, but it's got lots of cool stuff in there. The garden comes complete with its own little mini tower there. And unlike the house, it has pretty flowers outside too. These look like all native flowers. So that's kind of cool. But it still has that pointed framing. Everything like a boat. On the back side of the train station, it's kind of got an Egyptian theme going on. There's an obelisk over here. That's kind of crazy. Looks like the historical train station actually is more of a food bank now. Got off of San Pedro station near the Fashion District. And we're gonna walk into the city here and look for this Torta place. In the neighborhood here, you can admire the graffiti. It's pretty cool looking. There's certainly a lot of it down here. I will say it's more colorful than just writing their name though. Yeah, downtown LA is downtown as you can get. And there's this Wally's Market here that has been here since 1958. That's tough to do here.
Yeah.
A supermarket that's lasted that long here in downtown LA, that is just amazing. Lots of people selling stuff on the street. We've got barbacoa and pancita, which means stomach, and churros 7 for $5. And peanuts too. some jerseys going on over here. They're all authentic for sure. We love South Central LA. So it says. Complete with a mural of a guy getting arrested. We made it to Torta's Mobile. So we'll check it out. Just a little shack. This Torta places, they do not have any beverages. So I had to go next door here to the liquor store to get some water because the torta place is so small. They just make tortas. That's all they do. For 3 tortas, Denise?
$34.25. I gave her 35 and said keep the change.
Yeah. It's a very small place. $10 per torta.
Yeah, more like 11.
Yeah.
11, 12, yeah.
Yeah. Buildings out here are run down, but they got some good bones to them. And the Virgin of Guadalupe is everywhere here. The tortas came in. They're pretty big.
That's half.
That's half. They're pretty thick too.
Pretty hot.
And they're hot. So
Fresh
they're
off the ground.
fresh off the ground. And they've been flattened on the ground. I thought like it was regular bread looking at Instagram, but nope, it's Toledo bread. There are a lot of different types of sandwich there to choose from. This was a chilanga, which is breaded steak, pork, cheese, pineapple, and avocado. It sounds crazy, but it is really good. Final verdict. It was good. It was a good torta. Yeah. It's a small little place. It's just a trailer, so you can miss it here in the corner of San Pedro and what is this? 27th Street. Well, this is interesting. We were sitting over there at that what we thought was the bus stop because this sign here has the 51 on it, which is the bus that we wanted to take, but the bus did not stop over there, so we're standing at the sign now and hopefully that will work. Let's see how it goes.
Approaching San Pedro and Washington connection to Metro A line.
Bonus on the way back. We found the car with like actually USB ports and plugs, so that's pretty nice. Had both, and it's air conditioned here, so it's nice. We're taking the first train back. There's 2 trains that go back to where we're going. We're taking the first one, so it's 3:25 and
3:25.
3:25, yeah.
You said 2.
Well, we made it back to Riverside on the train. Hope you enjoyed this adventure. If you did, like, comment. Would you try a torta from Torta Mobile? What do you think about Simon Rodia? Was he cool or just a crazy guy? I'll see you on the next adventure.